Covina Coin and Jewelry. www.covinacoin.com.
Hi, this is Jay and Dave again from Covina Coin and Jewelry. And normally when we produce these videos, we're talking to consumers out there, trying to give them advice on avoiding being scammed by unscrupulous coin dealers or these online fly-by-night companies. We also like to tell you guys a little bit about how to take care of coins and things of that nature. But today, we're talking directly to the business owners themselves, coin dealers, gold dealers, and any business owner on how to avoid being scammed by the public. Now, Dave and I have talked about a few different scams that have tried to come through the doors here at Covina Coin, and Dave had one in particular that I thought was a great example of what type of scams can walk right through your door. Dave?
Well, about 20 years ago, Jay, my father, Leroy Linhart, the owner of the business here at Covina Coin, he and I were working this Saturday afternoon, and these two young punks came walking through our door, and they had a couple of gold coins to sell. Looked like a good deal, a chance to make a little money. My father came out, we went through the standard procedure of looking at the coin, authenticating it, testing it, checking both front and back, obverse and reverse, if you remember from our past videos,
right.
Obverse the front, reverse the back. Went through the whole process, determined that the coins were real, authentic, genuine. We made a nice solid offer. During this time, we had the two hot shots were kind of him-hawing back and forth. One wanted to sell, the other one wasn't so sure. Starting to waste our time a little bit, starting to drive me nuts. Kind of seemed like kind of a weird deal was going on. It was either made a nice solid offer, accept it, or don't.
Right.
So after about 10 minutes, one of the punks decided, you know what, we're going to keep this coin. Takes the coin off of the showcase, puts it into his pocket, goes to the front door. As they're trying to get out the front door, the other punk says, "Hey, you know what? We really need that money. You know, Mom's been sick." And the other kid's like, "Yeah, you're right." We buzz them back in. They get up to the front counter, take out the coin out of the pocket. I go to the back to get some cash. Best in the business, Leroy Linhart says, "Boog, you need to test that coin, make sure it's real."
Right.
We tested that coin was not real. That coin was a fake coin, the old switcheroo, out of one pocket and into the other.
Now that we've kind of gone over one of the scams that was tried to pull here a few years back, Dave had a great story on something that's a little more recent. Dave?
Well, we had a customer come in a couple of months ago and sold us a collection for a few $1,000s. When we were wrapping up the transaction, the customer specifically asked to be paid in a check, a company check. 9 times out of 10, these customers asked for cash. So immediately a red flag went up, and I went ahead, wrote the check, and the customer left. What was strange is about 5 minutes later, the customer came back in and had a sudden change of heart. Didn't want to sell the goods. I guess a story about they were inherited from Ma or Pa and wanted to have the items back.
Right.
So my father, the best in the biz, Leroy Linhart, said, you know, let's call the bank real fast. Well, sure enough, we called the bank and those funds were already withdrawn from our account. What they had in their car was a remote checking deposit device where they'll take this check, run it through the account, come back in, and before I've even known it, the money's already gone. So this is another scam that's been going on here recently and we all need to be aware of.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and happy holidays from us here at Covina Coin, and we'll see you next time.
Covina Coin and Jewelry. www.covinacoin.com.